Hey, I'm Lonnie. I'm your host of Lonnie's Hot Rod TV. We follow along in Lonnie's Hot Rod Shop. It's unscripted. It's real hot rod building at its core. There's no drama. There's no hair. There's no makeup. There's not a crew of 20 that come out of the woodwork at night and finish the car. You'll watch these cars as they go step by step. I'm sure we'll get more involved in each project, especially if you like and share. And by all means, subscribe to my YouTube TV so you can see more and see the updates. Stay tuned and follow along as we build hot rods. So we've made progress with Helleanor. We've got the fender actually mounted. We've made a new mount here. The idea is so that most of the parts are hidden, but we still have the adjustability of what we need. We want to make it nice and clean inside. So we're working on welding in the headlight panel back in. So it's actually a two-piece part. It did look like this, and as you can see, now it's like that. So one piece is welded back in, and then this piece will go on and get welded to complete the headlight bucket. So you can see the fenders look really good to the doors. We got the window valance on. He's had the hood on. I'm sure this bridge is so the hood can sit up there proper. And everything's looking real good. The lines are lining up real good, so we're making good progress on Helleanor. Stay tuned. Hey, this is a 39 Chevy Master Deluxe. The name of this car is Lucille. He named it after Lucille Ball. The he really likes Lucille Ball, so he's going to have a pin-up drawn up on his dash of Lucille Ball. I think he's already got that made. So we're working on Lucille. We're working on the door gaps. We're trying to get them nice and straight, nice and crisp. We're working on the trunk. So German here is doing all the sanding and body work. He's doing really good. So this is going in the paint booth, hopefully later this week, to get reprimed. And if you follow me, we'll go over and look at some of the parts in the paint booth that are getting ready to get painted. Today at Lonnie's Hot Rod Arts and Crafts, we are using cardboard templates to get an idea of what the look we want for the front of Helleanor. So we have the original headlights here. They've got the bucket and they've got these vents on the side. So what we've done over here is we've made a fender extension. We haven't cut out the headlight bucket yet. We've got another guy working on the other side. We're going to add 3 vents on the side. But the most interesting part is what we're working on today. We're working on the grill opening, the fish mount. We've got some side air vents to duct in air to the brakes, and we've got a nice split. Hold that headlight up there just real quick so they can kind of get an idea of what the bucket will look like. So when we're set and done, that'll all be cut in and recessed just like that. But instead of 2 vents on the side, it'll have 3. The headlight will be moved out just a little bit more than what it is. And we're working on the opening. We're trying to get an idea that gives us a real aggressive look, something that's, an angry Helleanor. So stay tuned and keep an eye on this one. All right, here we are in the paint booth. This is Lucille's fenders, inner fenders, a couple other miscellaneous parts, headlight buckets and stuff. So all these parts have been primed. They've been blocked. And this is probably the 3rd prime that they've gotten, if I recollect. So all the body work has been done, and they've been primered, and they were 180, then they were primered, they were 180, long blocked, then they were primered, and now they're 320. You'll notice a little green. That's a little filler to fill in any pinholes. It's a very, very fine icing filler. So that fills in any pinholes. So all these parts get washed, hand washed. We got Scotch-Brite, we use Dawn, and then they come in the booth, and I wipe them down with a tack rag, and they get painted. We'll put a sealer over this, and then go straight to paint. So this is all going to be painted white. The underside will be bed lined. There'll be some black highlights, a couple of pieces where, inside the fenders or inside the radiator. So you'll see that as we're working forward with all these parts. So stay tuned. Hey, here we are back with Helleanor. We're trimming out for the headlight. We've got a good shape going on. You can see the 3 slots going on the side. We'll give you a close-up here in a minute. We're still working on the design for the fish mouth. I call it a fish mouth because I want kind of that big open space here so it has plenty of air to get to the radiator. So there's a air duct that'll be here that'll feed the front wheels. These 3 vents on the side will probably make the blinkers, but it's not set in stone yet. I'm thinking that this tombstone shape might be a little forced, so it'll probably end up being something a little more round. There'll probably be a crossbar through here, but right now it's just in a template. You know, we're kind of toying with different ideas. We want it to be unique for Helleanor itself, not just a standard staple Mustang. So here we are. This is the headlight. This is a little more closer up view. You can now see the 3 slots here. You can see what Mark's holding here. This is the original 1970 fender extension headlight bucket, and you can see how it has the 2 slots. You can also see that these are much wider than what we have here. So I'll have Mark tell you a little bit about how he's making this cutout in the metal and what kind of metal he's using.
Well, I'm using 16 gauge. I've always thought the 1970 Mustang had 3 vents. That's what I've always thought, and I finally looked at them and they're the only 2. So I wanted to do 3, and I think it looks awesome.
I think it does look good. It works with the design of moving the headlight, the actual bulb, out a little farther into the fender. I always felt the 70 looked like a cross-eyed shark.
Yeah.
So moving the headlight out should give it a little wider, more Predator kind of feel. And then these 3 vents, I think they work very well, especially when you factor in that the bumper, which was a chrome piece that was right here on the original piece, there was a big chrome bumper. That's not going to be used because this is going to kind of make an air dam, you know, with a big scoop.
Yeah.
So I think moving the headlight out
of a bumper.
Yeah, you'll have that kind of vibe, that splitter section.
Yeah.
Excuse me, that crossbar section. I guess there'll still be a splitter down here. But yeah, I think this is coming along good, and this looks really good.